guys, welcome back to Code Rhetoric with Tam Talk. I am back. Well, technically I didn't leave because I was uploading the podcast episodes. I'm just back showing my face. So howdy to all the new Coder pros that have joined or who have subscribed to our channel. And for those who were longtime followers, I'm back. I missed you guys. So like I mentioned, I have been uploading the Coding Break podcast episodes. I just haven't been showing my face. But I have guests on my chest, so I want to come and chit chat with you all just to kind of stay up to date, let you know what's going on. So pretty much I've been working in the office, and then also I decided to take a break from showing my face just to kind of, with all the chaos going on around, I just decided to just chill out for a minute. And so, but I decided to come back, so I'm going to be sweating a little bit because I am in the car, and I was told it was kind of chilly outside, but it is hot. So anyway, so what's up? There are many new individuals, joining the medical coding industry. I'm excited for them, and I wish them well on their journeys. If you are new to medical coding and you are a subscriber here on YouTube, be sure to follow me on TikTok, because I also drop quick practical coding tips on TikTok as well. So be sure to follow over there. It is Abraham Medical Coding. That's the handle. But yeah, so yeah, what's going on? What's new in the medical coding industry? Let's see. Well, of course, AI. I think AI is the biggest issue, and also there's the influx of, I guess, new coders coming into the medical coding industry. They're leaving or transitioning from other industries, and they're coming over here. I mean, so you have some nurses. Some were bedside nurses who are now pivoting into the administrative side of healthcare, or the business side of healthcare. So yeah, so we have a mixed bag of individuals coming in. Some who lack medical healthcare, a medical experience, and then those who have I would say a good helping of medical or clinical healthcare experience. They're just applying in a different aspect. So yeah, so with that being said, there's not one that's better than the other as far as whether you have healthcare experience or medical experience or not. It's just be consistent, be diligent, make sure you put forth a great effort in your studies and you pass your certification. And then it doesn't stop there. Of course, you have to, network to look for a role as a medical coder. And as I've always stated in my videos as well as in my podcast, that you don't have to generally stay in the role of medical coding. And what I mean by that, you don't have to do day-to-day coding. You can venture into other areas. You can do other things with your medical coding certification. But I'm not going to delve into that. I think I've been beating that horse on every podcast episode as well as my videos. But if you are interested in learning what you can do, check those previous videos out. Yeah, so the next issue issue of concern is AI. How will AI or artificial intelligence impact the medical coding industry? Honestly, I think it will help us. We have been using AI in the medical coding industry for a long time, especially with practice management systems. We are accustomed to it. It just has a different name or an official name for it. It's there to help us do our day-to-day coding. Excuse the sweat, yeah. It's there to help us do our day-to-day coding, and really nothing has changed except for that more people are aware of it, or it's being talked about more. But like I said, if you've been in healthcare, you've been in coding, and you have used some of the practice management systems such as Epic and Cerner, you are already accustomed to AI. Again, it's just everyone is being made aware of it, and is getting more looks or more, there's more conversations about it. But that's something we've always been utilizing. And as far as like whether it take our job, I don't think it will take our job. It may suggest certain codes, but again, that's where your expertise comes into play, because you are a medical coder, medical coding auditor. So you're taking your knowledge of medical coding, what you learn in medical coding, as well as your experience, and you're taking the human side of, because you're a human, and you're applying it and you're assessing what AI is suggesting for the diagnosis codes, and then you, again, with your expertise, can correct that. So again, that is the only extent that I've seen thus far as it relates to AI with medical coding. I don't foresee it taking our jobs, not unless someone comes up with this grandiose concept and everybody jump on it. But again, AI is just a suggestion. And I say that not just with medical coding, but it's just a suggestion, in other areas as well. And I think because it's being talked about more, it's kind of inciting some fear. And also because people are being laid off or let go from their job or their roles because of automation. But again, automation has always been here. Again, it's just like AI is just being talked about more. So these things that are creating fear or anxiety within us, for medical coders, it has always been there. So it may, for someone who's new to medical coding, it may, incite that fear. But for those of us who've been in medical coding, who've actually been doing it, we know that these are things that were always there, and it's not, and I don't want to say it's affecting us in a negative way. We just know that it's there. It's just, we're more aware of it now. But yeah, so it's there to help us. And like I said, even if someone was to create some grandiose idea on how to eliminate, I don't think it would ever eliminate us, because when you're playing with someone's health, you have a computer suggest diagnosis codes. And I've heard stories where AI suggested wrong information, such as treatment options for a patient based upon what the algorithm suggests, right? What was input into the record, because sometimes doctors make mistakes, or what they type may be auto-corrected by the system, again, AI, and then AI does this calculation or collects its data and creates negative diagnoses as well as negative treatment options. So with that being said, thanks to humans, we're able to add that human experience to our day-to-day medical coding and correct what AI is suggesting to a healthcare provider as a form of treatment option or a patient's diagnosis. So there are errors. Don't think that AI is perfect. There are errors. They have been documented that there are errors. And again, AI is simply a suggestion of how you should do things. So I know you hear stories like, oh, people using ChatGPT for blogging. I use ChatGPT when I do blogs. Not completely, like I take the whole template or the whole suggested idea for a blog from ChatGPT. I just take pieces of it and I, intertwine it into my actual blog. And so, but when I list the author, I do make note that ChatGPT did assist me. So again, it's different things, and again, just to ease your mindset as it relates to the medical coding industry, there is no worries at this point. There shouldn't be any worries at all. And then again, because of medical coding, because there's different levels to medical coding, you can pivot. Again, you can become an auditor. You can become an entrepreneur. You can become there's so many different avenues that you can take with your medical coding certification. So I wouldn't fret too much about that. As far as like jobs, I can't really say like where you should go, what steps you should take to get a job. I can suggest, like, if you're having some resume issues, I am a partner with Allison, and I'll share the link in the description box, where you can have them review your resume for you and kind of give you pointers and help you update your resume so that it can prepare you to present it to a potential employer and possibly get hired for a role in that case. So yeah, so it's one, and the reason why I say I don't want to, like, I don't want to say highly suggest what you should do or provide adamant steps on what you should do to secure a role as a coding professional, because one, I don't know you personally. I don't know your background, your experience and what have you. And then I don't know what that potential employer is looking for in someone in their coding department. So with that being said, yeah. So again, if you want to have your resume reviewed and updated, I'll share the link for allison.com where you can get a free assessment and free review and update to your resume. So yeah, so hopefully I will be back coming with some videos where you can actually see me going forward. I am still doing the Coding Break podcast, but yeah, like I said, I had to take a little break. I was so focused on work, and then also with all the chaos, I wanted to kind of keep some quiet time in my space, I guess you could say. But yeah, I am back. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video because it is getting hot, hotter. And as you can see, I'm sweating. And yeah. So again, welcome to all my new Coder Pros. And then I am back. It's great to see you all. Well, if you see me, for the ones who have been following me from the beginning, thank you. So that'll be all for today. See you soon in the next vlog. Toodles.